Euronews. Iranian authorities have blamed terrorists and rioters for yesterday's clashes in Tehran. State television says 10 people were killed and more than 100 others injured as government militia confronted opposition protesters. Police, meanwhile, have issued a fresh warning to demonstrators not to take to the streets again over the disputed presidential election. In a letter printed in Iranian newspapers today, Police Chief Ismail Ahmadi says any further illegal activities will be met with decisive action. Yesterday, the defeated candidate Mir Hossein Mousavi sent out a direct challenge to Iran's conservative rulers by calling on the Islamic Republic to be purged of what he described as lies and dishonesty. Foreign journalists are banned by the regime from filming on the streets of Tehran, so most of what we're seeing is unverifiable footage made available through social networking websites. It therefore remains unclear exactly how many people have been arrested, injured or killed. This incident allegedly shows a woman critically injured after being shot. Iran's foreign minister has sharply criticized Britain and other Western countries for their statements on the Islamic Republic's presidential election. In an address to foreign diplomats in Tehran, broadcast live on the English-language state television Press TV, Manouchehr Mottaki denounced what he described as interfering remarks by British officials regarding the vote. He said Britain, for a long time, had targeted elections in Iran and suggested that people linked to British intelligence had travelled to the country prior to this month's election. Mottaki also criticized France and Germany.
Ran in the presidential race.
News organizations are relying heavily on the amateur video and photographs coming out of Tehran. The New York-based International Campaign for Human Rights in Iran has praised what it calls the power of people reporting.
The people we talked to in Tehran today described a very consistent picture that tens of thousands of people approached the Revolution Square in Tehran trying to start a march. At the same time, the march route was taken over by security forces, and there was a heavy presence of armed militias of the Basij who mercilessly attacked them.
The human rights group says the Iranian government is trying its best to cut the country off from the outside world.